Hello guys and welcome to the FTOG server where we are playing Infinity Evolved in expert mode. And today is going to be a great day for us, a really great day. Finally, we are going to throw away all those horrible, well, not throw away, let's not get carried away, but we will add to the horrible, weird industrial craft machines that we have, and we're going to get some new equipment. We are going to make state-of-the-art, beautiful Ender IO machines. It is going to be amazing. I love that mod, and I couldn't wait to start playing with it. So, right, I was going to say without further ado, but actually let us have some ado, because I thought that shall I waste some of my flight potion? I shouldn't really, should I? But, you know, why not? It will certainly make recording easier. Let's get rid of... No, I don't want the glider. The glider sort of interferes with the flight potion. I thought I would show you a few things that I did around the building. Before we start. So, yay! I moved all my machines into here. All my extant machines, of course. We are going to add to them today. And remember, last time I had 4 of the redstone level solar panels providing power. Well, I built 4 more. It was a huge grind. But then I made this resonant solar panel. So this provides 500 RF per tick, I think, which is not a humongous amount. I mean, some people on the server are now using, nuclear power, and they're getting thousands of RF per tick, but it will keep my base going. If we go, we can go and see the machines the other time. On this side, okay, this is the Botania area. We built this last time. I've almost filled the 4 mana pools, and I was inspired. I was inspired by watching Toddy's latest 2 videos. He was using the builder, and it's such a fantastic machine. So I quickly went and built my own, and guess what? It hasn't worked for me, but I think after watching his second video, and of course guys, you should watch the videos of all the people on this server. The links are in the description. And Toddy is really great, he uses RF tools and he does a lot of stuff which most people don't do. He does things a bit differently. It's very original and uses machines that are not widely used. So he was using the RF tools builder, and he was building these pillars between his bridge to sort out the right angle problem of his bridge. But I really just like the look of that. So I thought I could, apart from digging rooms in the volcano, I thought I could also have some of these platters. So sort of build pillars going into the water. Was supposed to build them using RF Tools Builder, but that didn't quite work out. Although I think after watching his latest video, I think I know what I've been doing wrong, so I am going to try that again. Anyway, so I felt I could have some of these sort of platters on pillars spread across the water, with dedicated to various mods and things. So far I built this farm here. Now, the farm is quite extensive. All the crops are 10-10-10. I didn't breed them myself. I just used the clipper, which is a fantastic addition to AgriCraft, to take clippings of the plants from Dragon Food's restaurant farm, so we can have 10-10-10 plants everywhere. And the main point of having all this food is not really for me. I don't eat that much, but it's to feed the hungry flowers for Botania. And I might possibly go a little bit into culinary generator power. I mean, I really like the lights, the solar panels, but it never hurts to have extra options. Now, I was hoping to automate this, and the MFR harvesters are locked behind Ender IO, so we can get to them quite quickly once we've done the work today. But I noticed there was this harvester from Industrial Craft, and it was a very easy recipe. So I built it, and guess what? It doesn't work with AgriCraft crops. It works with Industrial Craft crops, so I did the Industrial Craft option here, and you can see it's, if I could open this, it is harvesting the wheat. Actually, let's take some of it, because I think when it runs out of space, it will start spitting them outside. I mean, obviously, this is a very small field, but I'm hardly going to plant Industrial Craft plants. And also, there isn't much information about this. I mean, I don't know, for example, what range it does. Whereas with the MFR harvester, I know everything. So I think we're going to have to wait for MFR to get proper harvesting, which should be quite soon. And when I automate all the food production, will be excellent. Okay, so here are all our machines so far. I've been cooking a lot of the resonant machine frames. I should make some more, because you need them for all the RF tools. I think I will put the Ender IO wall on here. I also made this little, this was a kind of ugly room. So this is an annex, and it's mostly hidden behind the door here. And I don't know what I'm going to put in here so far. At the moment, I'm just processing all the soya. But this is soya that I, at the moment, pick, by hand. I put it in here, and it goes through all these presses. So you can input from the top or the side, but you output from the bottom. It's sort of a bit like a furnace. Yeah, and it's basically producing firm tofu, which, I'm sure you can use that as a meat equivalent. Let's just put all this stuff here. And here I've set up obsidian production. So, but anyway, yes. Ender IO machines. Enough of the introduction and the talking. Let's get to work. I will see you momentarily. So, welcome back, guys, and let's get into the massive crafting. I really tried to prepare everything. I'm not sure if I succeeded, I'll probably get halfway into it and realize I've forgotten something, but I did my best. So, first of all, I pulled the wire under the floor over to this side. I made another door here. Well, anyway, so it's all ready for the input. When I was doing that, I realized that I goofed. So before that was still the basic leadstone, flux duct, and they only conduct 200 RF per tick apparently, and my solar panel is producing 500 RF per tick. So clearly that was no good, and I changed them to the hardened ones, which I think conduct 800 RF per tick. It's just so easy to forget details like that. I haven't got quite the whole room wired to the 800 RF per tick, but they are going to these lasers here, which is, I think, the most power consuming thing. Or it will be when I add some more lasers, because 6 is really very, very slow. But anyway, that's all the preparations. Let's get into the making of the machines. So if you look at the recipe, some of the things are the same, some of the things are different. Actually, let's look at this. So there's two, I think, complications. One is the machine casing, and also the basic capacitor. I don't know whether this is just one complication or two different ones, but I am treating them as one. So the recipe for the basic capacitor is changed. This is not a big deal. The lapis electron tube, we do that in the thermionic fabricator over here, just some lapis, and it gives you 4 at a time, which is quite nice. And where did it go? This is just redstone under the lasers in the assembly table. That is no problem as well. And then there is signalum. Okay, signalum is not exactly a problem, but it is a complication. And then if you look at the machine casing, it takes the TE machine frame basic, which we've done that a lot. That's also done in the assembly table under the lasers. It's not exactly the basic recipe, but I've done a lot of this already to make all my thermal expansion machines. And it also needs lumium. So signalum and lumium are actually quite similar in some ways. So you have to, signalum is made with destabilized redstone. This one is made with an energized glowstone, and then just pulverized metals like silver and tin here, and silver and copper here. So, well, I'm sure most of you know, but we make the energized, that's the induction smelter, what am I looking at? So for this you need the magma crucible, this is where you melt the redstone, etc. And the fluid transposer, you can see it's filled with glowstone. You put a bucket here and it fills the bucket with the energized glowstone. So as you can see, I've prepared some of this already because otherwise it would have been too slow. And then we basically smelt these. Okay, I can smelt them in the redstone furnace, but here's some I cooked earlier. Alright, so let's see, let me make some signalum. Let's make it, let's make some more. I've made more of this because signalum is very useful for weapons and stuff. And also, the aluminum's kind of nice too. You can make interesting lamps with it, etc. So I think if we put the signalum nuggets, because I failed totally. Oh my god, how can I be so bad? Honestly. Yeah, it's not quite enough, but we get the basic capacitors. Let me just make a bit more signalum. Honestly, this wastes so many resources. So this is where redstone would be, and this is where gold nuggets would be. So slightly more complicated. Hey, we have made basic capacitors. Look at this. Perfect. And now for the machine casing, let me just quickly, So it wants the, capacitors here, and the signalum like this. Yes, look at that, machine chassis, Ender IO. Okay, so this is one complication dealt with. It wasn't really that hard. The other problem is the alloy smelter. Like most of the recipes, if you look at the sag mill, once you've managed to do this is all pretty standard. Okay, there's crushed obsidian, but I've made plenty of this before, and a lot of the recipes are the same, except for the alloy smelter. The alloy smelter is not the same. Oh no, look at this. Alright, so we've made this and this. Crushed obsidian is okay. And then there are these furnaces. So these two are quite simple. This one, okay, it takes another electric furnace, and then it takes this advanced machine casing, which is quite grindy, but let us do it. So let's start from this side, just for a change. So the electric furnaces are iron furnaces, which is furnace and iron plates, 1, 2, 3. And then if you put that in here, the electronic circuit is just this thing. I've done this before. Actually, let me make a whole lot of these. Well, that wasn't a whole lot, but anyway. So here's the 3 electric furnaces. So 2 of them we can, did I prepare? Yes, here. Is it here? The induction furnace. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's prepare the smeltery in here. So it's like this, Crushed obsidian I get from the crusher, or I don't. Maybe I have some in here. Yes. Oh, please open. I think it's crushed obsidian at the edges. A capacitor, a basic capacitor. Did I use all my basic capacitors? I calculated it so it would make an extra one. Basic capacitor, where art thou? I swear I'm, well, never mind, I'll make that real quick, except I've kind of forgotten what it looks like. Oh, we have this, and we have this. I'm sure I calculated it. Honestly, I calculated it so it would make enough. But signalum, and there's our basic capacitor. That goes at the bottom, so everything is done except for this monstrosity. Okay, so copper and electric furnace, no problem. Advanced machine casing. Refined iron plates at the edges, I have plenty of those. The basic machine casing is simple. I've prepared it here, and here are the iron plates. But there is this advanced machine casing, and it's got the advanced alloys and the carbon plates. Well, these aren't really so bad. So the advanced alloys are, I think, 3 of tin plate, 3 of iron plates, and 3 of bronze plates. So this makes you this thing, a mixed metal ingot. Bring them gamer. Hello ladies, look at your base. Blah blah blah. I haven't been following the conversations, so because of the crafting overload. So I've got no idea what he's talking about. But if we put this mixed metal ingot in a compressor, it should give us the complicated alloy thing. Well, let's wait for it to develop. I mean, it's not really it's not a superbly expensive recipe. Advanced alloy, that's the thing. It's not a very complicated recipe. It's not very expensive, and we have all the machines. It's just very aggravating having to craft so many little things to make a bait component of something quite basic. But I guess that's expert mode for you. Okay, we are making so much progress, it's scary. Where is my progress? Not here. I guess my progress is here. So let's take the basic casing, and all that remains is these carbon plates, which are compressor again. This made from 2 of those, made from 4 of those. Which I think was I pulverizing them? Yes. So this is pulverized carbon. Let's get 4 of those, I think we need. Let's do this. We have 2 raw carbon mesh. And this in the compressor, I believe, will give us the thing that we need. And that will be it. That will be the alloy smelter, the carbon plate, the advanced machine casing, the induction furnace, the alloy smelter. Oh, come on, hurry up, mate. Well, I tell you what, while we're waiting on that, let's look at the sag mill. This I haven't prepared, but it should be very simple. So we need, we have the carbon. We have the carbon. We need 1 of those. Do we have any iron in here? Yes. Is it this one? It is. And let's see whether I have any pistons. Piston. Aha, it looks like I don't have any pistons. Well, I'll make these off camera because I'm sure you're getting quite tired of all the crafting. Let's just do the final step here. Advanced machine casing. Aha. Induction furnace. Alloy smelter. Hello, old friend. How I have missed you. Oh, I so love these things. Okay, where shall we put it? Let's say we put the sag mill here. And we will put the alloy smelter in here. Beautiful. Okay guys, so I will make the sag mill and a few other machines. I will prepare them and I will use the alloy smelter to make a bunch of stuff. I keep forgetting that I have the tablet on me. So for example, we will want some gold. We will want some redstone. Wow, I need more redstone, but never mind. And we will need some glowstone. And this will start making the energetic alloy. So there are several alloys that I need to make, and I will also prepare a few other machines, and then I will come back to show you the humongous achievements. So I'll be right back. Welcome back, and behold all the beautiful machines I made. Well, I actually made less than I planned to by 2. There's 2 machines that let me get rid of that bookmark. It really annoys me. Where is it? Sorry about this, but it's totally in the way. That is much better. Yes, there's 2 machines that I was planning to make, the soul binder and the wireless recharger. And I discovered to my horror that I don't have any ender heads. I don't know how that happened. I was sure I had some. So I have to put off making those machines until I get some. Grok, I think, said he has some and he's offered them to me. So I don't know. Either I will hunt Endermen or I will take the ones that Grok's offered me. We will see. But look at the machines I made. So the sag mill and the alloy smelter we already know about. And I spent quite a lot of time making various alloys. This is the slice and splice, which you need to make some electrodes. Not particularly exciting. This is the vat. Absolutely necessary for the next step. So we will use this to make hooch and rocket fuel, which is needed to make MFR machines. So like the harvester for harvesting all the foods. I also put a tank here. I think this is called the reservoir, and it basically acts like a permanent water source. So it's just a neater way of having a, permanent water, and you can pipe from it into the reservoir. I also made this an experience obelisk. So this is just a nice way of, I can retrieve some experience for myself, or I can give it some experience. I can give it a lot of experience. It's just a really nice thing to have. And last but definitely not least, one of my favorite machines in modded Minecraft. Out of all of modded Minecraft, I have to say I love this probably the most, the painting machine. So look at this. I'm gonna put in laboratory blocks, well maybe, and I'm going to paint glowstone so it looks like this. And now we can remove all the torches and just use this to light up the place, and it's going to look fantastic. Okay, I might put a few lights like this because I think they go well with the whole design, but it's really gonna be more for looks rather than functionality. I love the painting machine. I'm gonna use it so much. I mean, of course you can also use it to paint, let's F7 a little bit. There we go. I mean, you can also use it for painting facades, etc. Although I have a feeling that I am not really going to be using the Ender IO conduits very much, even though I really like them. Mainly because they are just too much of a hassle to make. Now look at this floor, doesn't it look a lot better? Oh, dark spot, dark spot. Doesn't this... oh, okay, there's some dark spots here. Well, we'll sort it out. But doesn't that look a lot better without the torches? Oh, I love Ender IO. I love you so much, machines. Good machines. Yes, we will be such good friends. I feel like finally I'm getting somewhere in this incredibly frustrating pack. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the pack. But and this just shows you how fantastically thought out this is, because normally I'd have these machines within a couple of days of starting a new world, and by now I probably would be bored of the whole thing. But, this is just such satisfaction getting them. Anyway, I shall stop now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.